Welcome to the eCommerce Queen Boss podcast by So Here On Air, where you get every week clarity with your marketing strategy and alignment to build a thriving online business. Your host, So Here, is an expert in experience marketing and consumer psychology. She worked with clients ranging from startups to multi-million-dollar online businesses. The eCommerce Queen Boss podcast is for the woman on a mission to build her own empire. And it's starting in 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome, dear Queen Boss. Today I have a different type of topic that I use to tackle in this podcast. So I want to really approach this topic in a very different way. I'm going to talk about money and money mindset. And so what I want is to open this as a discussion to you and, bouncing off each other's ideas. So basically, I already have started this discussion a while ago on my Facebook feed, and I asked to my audience and my friends on Facebook, do you think that money is evil? And so I had so many different responses from people, and I had some people saying yes it is because XYZ, and other people saying no it's not because XYZ. And basically the reason why I want to bring this topic up is that, first of all, here's the thing. We are all in business for something, right? We are all in business to be able to earn money. What we do, we don't do it for free. And especially when you're dealing with e-commerce. And so this is why I want to bring this topic up, because money mindset has so much power into determining if you're going to be successful in your business and in your life in general. And I'm opening this topic. These are my thoughts and my view, and I'm opening this topic to you too. The way that I see it is that if you know how to manage your money and your mindset around it, you will be able to grow your business, and this is going to have a positive impact as much as possible, obviously depending on you, but this should have a positive impact on your personal life in general, allowing you to have access to more things, more options, right? And so if your money mindset is not tied up together, and for some reason you're earning money but you cannot keep it, you're not in a mindset that allows you to keep it because you keep spending everything, or you are like in a scarcity mindset where it's hard for you to make money and to keep making money, or it feels like a struggle every single time. And so this is why I want to open this to you, because personally I have seen that focusing on the money mindset has a huge impact in my own business and in my life in general, and how I decide to approach it, and what attitude and behavior I want to have around money in my business or in my life in general. And so I have a question, and this is the entire topic of this episode is, do you think that money is evil? Because the way that I see it, your way of responding to this question is going to justify a lot of things in your business and in your life. Obviously, if you have negative feelings around money, or you have positive feelings around money, in any case, this is going to impact how you earn it, and how much you earn it, how often you earn it. And money, again, the main reason why I want to tackle this subject in here is that money is a subject that triggers every human being. Every human being that I know has an opinion, a strong one, about money. And we tie up money to personal feelings. And so this is why I really want to open this as a conversation. It's not a lecture in here or anything like that. it's again an open conversation. So I invite you to come along into my Facebook group, the e-commerce Queen Boss Society. I will link it in the description so you can hop in there if you're not already a member, and come up in the group and do let me know, do you think that money is evil? And so now what I want to do is to simply share my thoughts with you on the matter. And so I see that even in business situations, people fear talking about money. And that is the business setting is the setting where you would be more exposed to talk about money, because again, why are we all in business for, right? It's all about making money. At the end of the day, no matter what is your mission, your vision for your company and things like that, we make business to earn money. And what you do with this money is totally and entirely up to you. And so I feel and I see that there is like a fear of talking about money, because when you see how much a business earns, then it's tied to how successful or not it is truly, and how successfully managed it is or not. The thing is that money management, or the lack of money management, is the number one reason why most of businesses fail. And this is why I think it's such an important topic, and getting comfortable around talking about money on a daily basis and exploring different thoughts and different ways of handling it, whether it's directly within your business, or investing it, or lending it, or whatever, just giving it away for free, like whatever you choose to do with the money, like is going to have an impact on your business, obviously, right? But the thought of it all is to start getting comfortable and not being scared of talking about money, or not being scared of learning about the subject, because this is truly what's going to separate the person who is going to be successful in their business and in the rest of their lives, to the person who is just not. And so the fear of money, what I understand is that it's very often tied up to the fact that somehow we believe that it will make us become a bad person. But the truth is, honestly, money, the way that I see it, it allows me to support myself. It allows me to support people around me. It allows me to support my business. It allows me to employ people who will do the same, opening a job that someone really needs and really wants, and a job that is going to trigger them to have a salary on a monthly basis, so they can also provide for themselves and their family. And so I understand that money is a natural resource. And so this is also the message that I want to pass on through this episode, is that is natural. Money isn't good, or it's not bad, right? Literally speaking, fact through about money is that it's natural. It's just literally pieces of papers and iron material. It's just a material when you think about it, right? So the way that I see it, I would be more in more towards the group of people who would say that money has only good repercussions in your life if you're handling it, and if you're learning how to make it, and to cultivate it, and to multiply it. Obviously, it can only have a good impact in your life. And this is if you learn how to master it, and how to master your feelings towards it, right? I don't believe that there is any evil in money, but the thing is that, again, this is a conversation between you and I would love to know what are your thoughts. And again, money is neutral, meaning that the decision to do good or bad around it is inside people's mind. We as human beings have the entire power within our hands to decide what to do when we spend it, or how we keep it. If we are like just keeping it all the time and gathering the money and never spending it, literally it's within the person's mind to have this power over how to spend it or how to keep it, right? Whether you decide to spend it in really bad things that are really bad for your health, or whatever, so situations where people will judge you for, or you decide to spending it on you to take care of yourself, or buy something for your kids, or allow someone in your entourage, or somebody that that you don't know, giving it away for charity, or lending it, helping people to have access to a mean, right? It's a mean to an end. If you're doing it this way, again, it's inside of your mind and entirely between the palms of your hands. And so every single time that I have this type of conversation with someone, I take examples, because I've had this discussion with so many people, and all of them, like the majority, were saying, I don't want a lot of money. I just want enough to live, and to be comfortable in living, and without having too much, because I don't need too much, right? And the thing is that I'm gonna take a few examples here of men who are extremely well known. And the first one that I can take is Bill Gates. Bill Gates, that we know today, is the richest man on earth. He has been for a very long time, although these days we don't really know. Between him and Jeff Bezos, the creator of Amazon, they kind of, are pretty much at the same level. And so I'm going to talk about both of them. So Bill Gates spends his days with his family, and most of their time with his wife, they're catering for charities. I mean, when you see this, like the man who has the status of being the wealthiest man on earth doing this, right? Knowing that he didn't start from a rich family, right? We're not talking about Trump, for example, who started with $1 million borrowed from his father and becoming the president of the United States. I'm talking about Bill Gates, who used to be a student, like a person, like not rich. Okay, I would say that he still had quite a lot of money, well, in his with his parents, because he still made it to Harvard. But the thing is that he's a dropout. And so he still made his way through to wealth, right? And build his entire empire with Microsoft. Anyways, and the second that I want to bring up again is Jeff Bezos, the creator of Amazon Group. And basically, Jeff uses his money in order to grow his company, in order to create jobs, in order to cater for more people. And when he does this, he improves his technology. Obviously, he's not just involved with Amazon. He has other ways of making money, but the thing is that every single time that he reinvests his money into his company, which is Amazon, to make the life of the people who are using Amazon better and easier, when he has such a great impact on people's lives, using his money this way is such an honorable way to do it. And I feel like when you have these two examples of Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos, how can we even think that money is evil, right? The third example that I want to bring up is Mr. Ortega, the creator of Inditex Group and well known as Zara. He hasn't changed his way of living since he launched Zara, and he is the most successful entrepreneur in the fashion world. And so this is to say, especially in fashion, where if you're not in the industry, it's very, very regarded as being a very superficial industry, a very superficial world where only appearances count, right? But the thing is that he still lives in the same small city in Spain. He didn't change much in his life. He didn't learn any other language. He still only speaks Spanish, right? And everything he does is in Spain. And he doesn't live in a huge mansion or anything like that. He still goes out every single day in his small village to talk with the people that he knows. He takes his dog out for a walk on every single day, and it's like the life of the wealth and the fashion industry didn't change him, right? And so these are example of people who have learned to control themselves and their feelings around money, and how to they have learned how to make money multiply, right? So these are the top three examples that I can take to you right now. And so my next and last example that I want to take in here, and that is going to speak a lot to Muslim people out there. And so we have the Prophet, peace be upon him, Muhammad, who acquired great wealth, but he did not hold on to it for himself. The truth is that he gave it to the poor, to the needy, to the different tribes, to soothe communal relations. If money was going to make things easy between the tribes, he would do and spend that, right? To the ones who he heard were inclined toward Islam, for military, for the beggars, and for anyone who needed or who have had asked for the money, right? So our Prophet, peace be upon him, Muhammad, lived on what was sufficient, and he died with very few belongings. And so he was a businessman, and he had huge amounts of money. And when we take all these examples of people, of men, honorable men, who were able to gather a lot of money but didn't definitely are not holding on to it and using that to help and their community and create even more beautiful things, I don't understand how people would think that money is evil. And obviously, money in general, as I said before, is a topic that triggers a lot of emotions. And we know that there's a lot of greed and a lot of things, bad things that are tied up to money and power. And because power and money, like, money gives you power. And at the end of the day, let's just say what it is. But as I said earlier, it's all about how you learn to control your feelings around it and how you learn to make more of it that counts. And so it's not about the money itself, and it's not about holding on to it. At the end of the day, what is going to be a proof of your character is how you're going to spend that money, how you're going to choose to spend it, on what and for what, right? I highly recommend for you to read You're Badass at Making Money if you haven't read it, because it's amazing and you definitely should read it. And if you're not a big reader, I have recently discovered audiobooks. And let me tell you, this has changed my life, because I love, 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 love reading, but I find it really challenging to make time and to prioritize it. And thing is that not struggling to read books that I have with me still to this day, that I bought and never opened, really, that just has kept me feeling bad about myself for many years. And so now I have started a subscription with Amazon Audible, and I have been able to get access to so much more knowledge that I usually would. And most importantly, not having to carry with me tons of books when I travel. That takes too much weight out of my allowances and space that I could use for something else instead. So I definitely recommend audiobooks if you are not not a reader. And if you're a reader, get yourself the You're Badass at Making Money if you haven't done that yet, because this is such an amazing book. Now, again, I'm opening the conversation to you. Do you still believe that money is evil? If yes, let me know in the comments of the Facebook group. It's been a pleasure to serve you today, and even more to open this as a conversation. And I can't wait to see your comment. Until the very next time, have a beautiful one.